Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you because how exciting is this? I have my very own personalised digi stamp created for me by the lovely Julia. Oh, wow, all I can say is, I mean, look at that. Isn't that just fab? And she's even, we'll get a nice coloured one up. She's even put in a little owl because she knows how much I love my owls. But so this is me. So I do have blonde hair. I used to have black hair and then brown hair, and then now I'm blonde, trying to go grey because my roots are grey. And I do wear glasses. Isn't that just fab? The one thing my husband did notice, he said, "I really like that." I went, "Oh dear." He went, "Yeah." I said, "It's got big boobs." Which is so true. So I absolutely love it. So that's what my husband noticed about it. But how fab is that? So this is one of the things that the lovely Julia does do. She does create digi stamps using a photo. So the photo that I gave her was I was going to a wedding, and I think she's just caught that perfectly. Really, I should get the photo up and show you, but yeah, how cute. So this one is coloured in coloured pencils. I am slowly getting better with my colouring, I must admit. I'm loving it. I am taking some classes with Kit and Clowder and highly recommend it. I've still got a very, very long way to go. What I thought I would do today, because I'm just obsessed with colouring in myself, is I'm going to put it on speed and colour in this image. But if you would like your very, very own personalised digi stamp, then I will leave the links in the description box below to Julia's channel and also to her shop. But what a fab Christmas gift to give to somebody who is a crafter, so unique. Like I said, I'm in love. And these are going to be going on some thank you cards for presents that I do receive over Christmas. So I just think they're lovely. So it'll be me telling everybody thank you so much for my presents and cards and other bits. So I'm going to be busy colouring myself in. But yeah, absolutely beautiful images. I love them. I really, really do love them. So I am going to use so in here I do have some Le Plume permanent alcohol brush markers. So I'm going to use them because I'm finding that I'm colouring them quite nicely. You can use your pro markers, your Copics, you can use watercolour markers, you can use any colouring stuff that you want. Even if you don't have your own personalised digi, she does have other digi stamps as well that are absolutely gorgeous, so do look into them. But you can use regular stamps and colour in and just do the same style of card that I'm doing. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. I am going to go on speed up for the colouring in part. I've got Quincy behind me wanting attention. Lady is in her bed luckily asleep, so we will see if we can come on and do a bit of a talking video. If it's on speed up all the way through, then you know that I've been unable to do that. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy the next bit. Okay, so I've done that, and I don't know if you noticed that halfway through I ended up with a little lady sat on my knee. She's still there, she's curled up fast asleep. So it is morning. She likes to come and have a morning cuddle and a sleep. So she's probably going to be with me for about another half an hour or so. But she's just, oh, she's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I actually ended up mixing up my markers because I found that with my Le Plume ones, I only actually have 2 red markers within the set. I mean, I absolutely love them. And I bought them really cheaply off eBay, and I think it was like 20 for $7.99 about 2 years ago. I'm not sure if they're still on there. And then I thought, oh, I'll get some more colours, and then when I had to look, to buy a single colour, it was like £12, and I thought, yeah, I just can't afford that. So as nice as they are to use, they are expensive, but if you can get them in the sets like what I've got, then definitely worth it because they're lovely markers to work with. So for the reds, if you do have the Le Plume markers, for the reds I did use PV778 and R817, so I've done some shadowing using them. For my lips, I've used the V757. For my necklace and the dots on my skirt, I've used a V747. For the owl, so I've used the yellow for the beak, which is Y615, and then for to colour the owl in, I've used E869 and E855. So then I've come in with my Pro markers, so I've actually done a silver hair on this one. So the silver hair, I've used my IG1 and my IG2 to create the hair. My skin tone is almond, and that's 0819. And then my tights and just a little bit on the dress, I've used R346 and R327, and they are all the Windsor and Newton markers. But there she is, all coloured in. Isn't she gorgeous? I've got a long way to go before I'm as good as Julia. Her colouring in is just absolutely amazing. It's fantastic. You should see. And it takes her a good few hours. This has only taken me about 25 minutes to colour in. So yeah, but practice makes perfect, and one day I will get practiced. Oh, if you could see the little face looking up at me right now. Where are you going? Are you staying? Are you going? No, she's staying. But she has freed my hand up. So what I thought I would do is, because like I said, I mean, she's absolutely gorgeous. And I just love this Digi stamp. I just think it is really pretty. And I think it's very personalised as well. So I'm going to go off camera right now. I'm going to fussy cut this out. I'm going to get myself a couple of card bases out, and I'm going to make a couple of thank you cards because there's a few thank you cards that I would like to actually send out. So, oh, knocking every head. So yeah, so I'll fussy cut that now. I'll get all the bits and pieces, a few papers and stuff, and then we'll create a thank you card. Now, you don't have to have a personalised stamp to do this. Any stamp at all you can use to create the thank you card that I am about to create. But yeah, I do hope that you enjoyed the rest of this video. Okay, so I'm back. Right, I bought this 12 by 12 pad of paper the other week from a website called Creative Rocks, and I'm really impressed with them. I will be going back and buying more. This paper is just absolutely gorgeous, and the price of it, I think it was something like £2.50. Might not have even been that, but the papers in it are just absolutely beautiful. So I thought I would actually come on today and use some of this paper. We've got these gorgeous toppers. We've also got a cut part sheet, well, a pop out sheet. So the card base I'm using today is 6 by, I think it's 6 by 8. Let me just go over to here. So it's 6 by 8 1/4. So that's the card base that I am using today, but I am wanting to use this image because either this one or the pink one. I don't know yet, we'll see, but I really want to use this paper, so we'll see what paper looks nice. Actually, I quite like that butterfly one, so let me just take this one out if I can. Oh, it's proven to be quite hard. Right, so I quite like that pink one. And it does have butterflies that we can fuzzy cut on the back, which is always really nice. Then we've also got your smile is planted in my heart. Aww. I think I'm going to use this friend sentiment, because I think that's going to work quite nicely. Your smile. I think that's it. If friends were flowers, I'd pick you. I think I want that as well. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. So I'll come back to that. But I know that I definitely want to use this friend one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my tape runner, and it is just about out of tape. But let's see if we can get away without changing it. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to put my base layer down. So I never ever cut my card to size because I am absolutely useless at it. So what I tend to do is I tend to put the glue and stuff on my card and then lay my card down on the back and then cut around it. That way I know that it's going to be a perfect, it's just going to be a perfect fit, and I'm not going to get it wrong because I do get things wrong quite often. But I've tried measuring and I can't do it for some reason. I think it's because I never know what I'm going to do, so I'm sort of just, I need to clean my scissors. I don't know if you can see, but they've got sticky bits all over them. So if I was so when I do come round to cleaning these, which I will, I need to because my other pair are exactly the same, I actually use rubbing alcohol, and it is amazing to clean sticky stuff off your scissors. So I just get a baby wipe and some rubbing alcohol, and then I spray the actually I'll do it on camera to show you, because I know I've been asked a few times now. So in here I've got some rubbing alcohol, which is 90% proof, and you can get it from any chemist, or you can buy it from I think this one I got off eBay if I remember rightly. So I just spray my blades, and please do be careful with this. This is not for children. Children are not to do this. And then I just rub along with my baby wipe because they are very, very sharp. And then and it actually brings the stickiness off them really, really nicely. So yes, like I say, this is not for children. So this is adults only, because this can be quite dangerous. So yeah, so that's one side done, and then I would just flip it over and do exactly the same. And then yeah, and it just brings the stickiness off quite nicely. And then you always have some stubborn bits, I'm not going to lie. So I do have a few stubborn bits here. That's when I would probably, actually no, they're coming off. Perseverance. But yeah, so like I say, it is sharp, so be very, very careful when doing it. But now, I mean, they cut perfect now. So these ones, yeah, they need cleaning too. So yeah, so that's how I clean my scissors. Okay, so let me put them back. Right, this is wet. Where's my, let me just get some kitchen roll. Because my surface is wet and I don't want my card to be wet on the back. There we are. Okay, so let's bring this in. I am going to get some more of this gorgeous paper. So what I'm thinking is, I think I might do some ripping, because it wouldn't be me if we didn't. So down all sides. Actually, no, I think just, yeah, no, down all both sides. So just like that. Let's bring her in. So just there. Oh, isn't she lovely? Do I want that colour or that colour? Actually, do you know what? I'm going to stick with the red because I think the red's just really, really cute. Right, I am going to bring in some white gesso just because I would like it to be quite bland on the background. So we will do that. So I'm just using my 13 Art white gesso. Let me grab a paintbrush. I should have really stuck this down, and this is just to blend it all in. I don't want to take away all of the butterflies, but I do want to sort of make it so that this bit does pop a bit more. So yeah, this white gesso is lovely to use, really hard to get hold of, but you can use any gesso that you have. I'm just making this centre bit even whiter. There we go. So nice white space. Let's leave that over there for a second. Do I want this upon form? I don't think I do. No, I don't. Right, okay. So I'm just going to put it in the centre because right now I'm thinking that I might want to actually tuck some bits under. So just put a bit of tape in the centre, because we have these bits, and I like the idea of having them sort of just tucked under, maybe. I think it needs to be a different colour, doesn't it? Not sure. Okay, I am going to pop her up on foam pads, but I'm going to leave her for now. Right, I want this. I'm going to roll this corner over, so get a nice roll in there. And then I think I'm going to do the same to here. So make it like sort of like a scroll. I'll get that in there. I do want to bring in some doodling, and I think I want to bring in some distress inks as well. Right. Okay, let me just bring in a bit of this glue. There we go. Just because I think that's just a bit too far. So I like that, and the same there. Really like that, and it's just giving it some dimension. So let me just want to stick these so it's down, because I don't think I'm going to add anything underneath. Okay, I wanted to, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to. Right, okay. Now, distress inks. Let me just move my paintbrushes out the way because they're right in front of where I need to be. Let's have a look. What do we have? I've got aged mahogany, which I think might be nice. Get one of these, one of my little brushes. Yeah, I think aged mahogany. And then I'm just going to darken these edges, I think. Yeah. See, straight away that's just made a difference to it already. Do you know, I've just tidied up my craft room and made it quite nice so that I could get in everything, and it's an absolute mess again already. I'm just going to go around this bit. Liking this. think it's bringing some sort of depth, putting some sort of depth in there, isn't it? It's just bringing the card together. And just around there. There we go. There. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so that's that. We have this that says friend. And I am going to come in with, which colour is this? This is Carmen. And we're just going to, so that it stands out, just go around it. Like this. Yeah. Although I'm thinking it could be, I could use something a bit darker. I don't want to use black because I think that would be a bit too much. Let's try this one. So this one is Ruby. Oh, much nicer. There we go. Right. And I think I'm going to do some doodling with this pen. So let's put with the ruby. So let's put a border in. And I'm not bothered that it's not straight. It just makes it even more pretty. Okay, so there's my border. And then I would like ah, doesn't she look lovely? Right, let's get her stuck on some foam pads. Because I think if we can, yeah, I think she needs to be stood up. Okay. Right, scissors. Right, I'm just using the ones that I've just cleaned, why not? So as you could see, it went quite smoothly through, so by using the rubbing alcohol, it just tends to make it a lot nicer and smoother to use. So I tend to clean my scissors about once a month, but I haven't actually done it in quite a while, and I can't really tell you when was the last time that I did it, so that goes to show how long it's been. But they do get to a point where they're just so sticky, and they're just horrible to use, so I do try and clean them as much as I can. And rubbing alcohol just seems to work really well. It's very little effort in it, which is what I like. Okay, so you stick her there. Right, I do want to ground her. So let me just bring in some white gesso and let me just, I just want it across there, like that. Right, okay, I don't think I'm going to need that anymore. Right, what else can I do? What do you think? I'm thinking, I quite like the idea of a butterfly or two. Where did I put my fussy cutting scissors? They will be around here somewhere. There they are. So I really like this giant butterfly. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to fussy cut that. So let's go around. I love papers that you can fussy cut out of. There's something about fussy cutting that actually relaxes me. I know it's not for everybody, so I do know that there's quite a few out there that don't like it, and I think that's why I like these paper pads, the 12x12 ones, because actually they've got a sheet in them where you just push the bits out, which is really nice. So that's cool. And then you've got a cut part sheet of toppers as well, which you can use your trimmer for, but they're just beautiful papers and really inexpensive as well. So, and the quality of them, I must admit, I mean, this is the first time I've used them. I did buy them myself, so I'm not sponsored by the company at all, but just with playing with them, just you making this one card, I have to say they are gorgeous, and perfect to sit with my personalised Digi stamp. I'm thinking of using her actually as my logo as well. I'm looking into getting a logo, and I think she needs to be part of it, but I don't know what colour to make her, so I'll have to keep colouring her in and having a look, and then when I'm happy I'll know. So I think that would be nice, and even maybe have it as my YouTube face. I don't know what I've got at the minute. I think I've got a fairy house, I want to say, that I made out of clay, but I do think that this one is so much better. Right, okay, I am going to cut out this pink one, and I think this little blue one as well. So let's have a look. Don't know whether or not I'll be putting them all on, but it's worth a shot at seeing what it looks like. It's so good to be back with you guys as well, talking. It's felt like such a long time. Life has been so busy since we got Lady, and she is like having a toddler in. You actually forget how much work puppies are. I mean, we got Quincy when he was 6 weeks old. We actually think he might have been younger because we had so many issues with him, bless him. But he turns 15 next year, so he's an old dog. But since getting Lady, he's got a new spring in his step, so he's like a spring chicken, and he's very protective of her. He absolutely loves her. He'll be walking past her and she'll be asleep, and he'll walk past and he'll give her a little sniff and a nudge, make sure she's okay, and then he goes and settles, which is, I just think, is absolutely lovely. So that's quite nice. So Quincy is a Jack Russell, and Lady is a King Charles Cavalier. So they get on really nice. But yeah, if they were to be outside in the park for the first time, Quincy would try and probably kill her, because he's got little man syndrome quite bad. But then I've heard that it's not just him. I've heard that a lot of Jack Russells are the same, so when they go out for walks, they try and eat everything that's in sight. He barks so loudly, and so, yeah, I wouldn't change him for the world. I love him to bits. He's my little boy. It's funny actually, because before I went to Italy, my husband and I were sort of sat with friends, and I was saying, I will get a puppy. You'll go to work one day, and when you come home there will be a puppy, and you can't do anything about it. I said, it will happen. I can't imagine not having any sort of animal at all, because I spend most of my time at home due to illness, as most of you know. So I was like, yep, I'll get a puppy. And then when I went to Italy and I came home, there was a puppy. So he did consult me while I was in Italy. He did say, would you like this puppy? And I was like, yes, I want. Of course I want a puppy. You can't ask me if I want a puppy or not. That's just silly, because he knows the answer is yes. He doesn't even have to show me the puppy. I'm an absolute sucker for dogs. Actually, I'm a sucker for all animals. I love them all. I just think they're all fab. And they love you unconditional, and it doesn't matter what type of day you're having. They just make you smile. So really, really pretty. Like I just love them. Last year we ended up homing 2 canaries. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to have that in my hair. My eldest daughter was going off to uni, and my youngest daughter struggled a bit. And we have a friend who works in the vet, and a canary had been found. No owner had come forward and asked if we would like to take it in for our daughter. So me being me, yes please. And then a few weeks later, would we like another one? Because apparently they are better off in pairs. So I was like, oh yes, I'd love to have another one. We got the other one, put them together. It turns out they hate each other. So yeah, we've got 2 cages now. But I could never ever sort of give up on them. I'm just wondering how I've managed to get a drawing on there. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Yeah. I haven't got a clue how I've done that. I can't really use that now. Oh, yeah. I don't even know if I can save it. Let's see if we can actually just colour this in and see what happens. That's all I can say. Is just colour it in and hope for the best. So I've coloured it in, and that's looking alright, but you can't quite see the friend anymore. I do have a white gel pen, so how about we just go over it, if my gel pen wants to work. There we go. Right, I know I've gone very quiet. I'm concentrating. I always go so quiet when I concentrate. I think it's because I'm trying my hardest not to go wrong. Right, okay. I think what I'll do, because I have gone very quiet and I've sort of stopped talking to you, is I will do the rest offline. Yeah, I'll go off camera, do the rest, and then we'll come back and do the finishing touches. Right, okay, so I've done that and it actually looks so much better, as you can see. But then I've just realised the reason why it had pen on is because it's double-sided. So there you go. If I'd turned it over, I wouldn't have had to do that, but I do think it looks better, so I am going to put it there. So I've just realised that my camera was turned off. All I'm doing is I'm just going around with my white gel pen, just around some of the circles, just for added detail. I am going to add some white splashes to this, and I think I might even add some black splashes too, because I'm going to just keep going around, some random circles. So I'm not really paying much attention to which ones that I am using or going around. Oh, I'll be back in a second. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, I'm just going to go around a few of these circles just with my white gel pen, and then I am going to come in with my black gel pen, not my black gel pen, sorry, my Sharpie one, and do exactly the same. And then to finish the card off, we'll stick the sentiment down, but I would like to add some black and white splashes as well, because I think that would look quite cool. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. So my Sharpie is here. So again, I'm just going to go around some of these circles, not being precise, not checking which ones I'm doing. I'm just doing a few. It's just really to add more interest to the card. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And then I do have, I was going to just water down some white gesso and make some splashes. using my white gesso, because I think that'll look nice. And then I think I have some black ink as well that I bought from oh, can't think of the name of it, Hobbycraft, and I think it was like £2. So I bought that, so I'll probably just use that for the black ones. So there you go, very, very few on. So let me get rid of this. Now I don't want to have black splashes on my face or my dress. Actually, so I don't want any splashes on that bit. So I'm just going to grab my, so it's drawing ink that I've got, and it's Frisk. And I'm just going to get that. I'm going to pop in, I've got a fan brush here. So I'm just going to use this fan brush. And then, yep, just put some black splats on. Just like that. Which I think is going to add to it and make it look really, really pretty. And then I think we can say that we're finished. So I've done my first thank you card of the year using my gorgeous Digi stamper from the lovely Julia. So I don't want that one now. Let me put the lid on, because I know what I'm like. I'm going to end up spilling it. So get my white gesso, and then I haven't got any, I have got water. So let us get some white. I think I need a better paintbrush than that. There, that one will do. Give it a spray. So to make white splashes, just, you can use acrylic paint, you can use your white gesso, you can use Tipex. So I have got some Tipex that I do use as well. I'm trying to think what else you could use for white splashes. I suppose you could use poster paint as well. Yeah, as long as it's watery enough to do the splatters, I think it would work. Right, okay. So let us get these splats on. There we are, there's one. And there's the other bit. So, right, okay, so that's that done. Right, last thing to do, and then we are finished. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. I love that butterfly in my hair. So I'm just going to get some double-sided foam tape and pop it on the back of here. And then, oh, it doesn't quite fit, which is typical. Right, there we go. And then I think we can call this finished. So if you are interested in getting your very own personalised digi stamp created for you by the lovely Juliet, then please do check out the links below. They will send you to her channel, and they will also send you to her shop, where you will be able to talk to her more about it. But that's it for today. That is my card. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've loved it. It's been nice having a little visitor again. So I think she's going to be a regular occurrence at the minute, because like I say, she just wants mummy. She loves her mummy cuddles. But then who doesn't? If you can hear anything, it's just my husband. He's all going in and out. He is emptying all the bins today for me. So he's so good to me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and happy crafting. Until next time, bye.